support the real, so I'ma tune in every day. Way up. You are now tuned in to Angela, but I call her Yee. Way up.
Yeah, way up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Not just any brand.
Hey, everybody got their little drops popping. You know what I'm saying?
We got the drops.
Y'all got y'all drops popping.
Thank you, Angela.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. It's gonna be a Memorial Day weekend coming up.
I feel like I've been gone for so long.
You have.
Yes, I feel like I've been gone for a long time.
I know. Well, welcome back.
Thank you, friend.
It was an active yesterday with Mano up here. He
I heard.
Had another one of those all-nighters.
He is known for all-nighter. Did he wear the same thing he had on the night before?
Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah.
What I don't understand is this show is not that. It starts
at 10.
Not that early.
Yes.
You know, depending on where you are. You know, I used to do morning ready. I understand saying, okay, we have to get up at 4 a.m. I might as well just stay up.
Right. But the show starts at 10, Mano.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what I appreciate about Mano is he knows himself. He knows that, look, if I go to sleep, I'm not going to make it for
He's a trooper, too.
This show. Yeah, I got to go to work.
By the way. Well, we're glad to have you here as well.
Thank you.
How was your weekend?
I had a great weekend. I spent time with my daughter, Rain, and I went out and I relaxed. I did a little bit of everything, so it was good.
Man, let me tell you, yesterday I was working on trying to do this reel that I have to do for my Airbnb property.
How'd it come out?
This is hard work, guys. Like trying to put a sticker here, add some words here, some voiceover here. I was working on that for like hours, and then you get all frustrated and you're like, give up.
Because I text you and I'm like, hey, girl, I'm on my way. You like, girl, I'm trying to do this reel. and for full context, Angela, everyone knows, not everyone knows, but you have a property in upstate New York.
Yes, in the Catskills, I have an Airbnb. It's a new thing for me, and my realtor, Sarah, and I did it together.
Okay.
And I was actually there over the weekend. It's a beautiful space, but I'm trying to make sure we're doing something with some influencers, getting some stays up there. But me, like, trying to put together this reel, because it's such a great place. There's so many things I could say about it.
It's beautiful.
But I'm also... It's just a very detailed. It's like editing a movie or something.
It is. You showed me the final product. It's really good. You did a good job.
Don't hype it up.
Well, okay.
Yeah, let's over deliver and under
under promise, over deliver.
Yeah,
okay.
Is that it is? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, you know what we got to do? We got to shine a light on them. 800-292-5150. Somebody who did something amazing, positive for you. We want you to call up and shout them out and shine that light on them. I have somebody I want to shine a light on today because I got a nice surprise yesterday. And those are always the best, right? Not somebody asking me for something, somebody actually giving me something. It's right. Way up with Angela Yee.
Don't like the block up. I'ma shine. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine is here.
Good morning.
I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
It's like a wrestling WWE welcome.
It is.
And we are shining a light on them. That's where we get to shout out somebody doing something amazing and positive. And I want to shine a light on Kiana Groom. She's a black woman who, by the way, happens to be the property manager of this building where iHeart is located. This is a huge building in Midtown.
Yes, this is a massive building.
Yes, no small feat that she takes care of this property. And I met her for the first time yesterday.
Okay.
And not only did I meet her, she gave us a bottle of Dom P to celebrate us in the building. So I was like, man, I can't wait till Jasmine comes to work and we can pop this baby open.
Oh my goodness, we love her already.
Yeah, I told her yesterday, I said, I'm going to go upstairs and drink this right now. But you weren't here, so
okay.
I decided to wait.
I appreciate that, Angela.
But I do love to see a black woman in that position.
And what's her name again?
Kiana Grooms from Waterman Properties. So thank you so much, Kiana. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Kiana.
All right. And it was a nice surprise. I was coming back from getting a juice for me and Manu. I ran outside to go pick it up. And as I was walking in, here she is.
Okay.
Some bubbly.
I love that.
And not just any bubbly. Some Dom P. All right. Well, who do you guys want to shine a light on? 800-292-5150. Somebody doing something positive. Khadijah, who you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on my sons, Caden and Kenai. Just let them know that mommy's so proud of them and I love them so much.
Oh, that's so sweet. How old are your kids?
7 and 10 this summer.
Oh, wow. I love a summer birthday. My birthday's in January. I used to hate that I didn't have a summer birthday. What you going to do for their birthdays?
Well, they're getting big enough now where they got PlayStation, they got video games. They just want bikes right now and go to arcades and amusement parks and stuff. So that's what we're doing this summer.
That's good. Being outside, baby.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Hey, Ricky, who you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on my kid's mother. She is amazing.
Aw.
Delavia, she does everything. I'm a truck driver, so my schedule is all over the place. She takes everything.
What's her name again?
Her name is Delavia.
Jalavia. That's a
Big
beautiful.
legs, girl.
That's a beautiful name.
Beautiful name, Delavia, big legs.
All
But
right.
she takes care of everything. My kids want for nothing.
Oh,
Nothing.
that's
She is
great, and that
amazing.
got to be a relief.
Nephews, nieces, my niece, my nephew.
And that's got to be
the
relief. A
kids.
relief for you being on the road, knowing that everything is being held down.
It's a relief. I just got back from last week, but I called out because it's stuff that need to happen, and I'm finally able to take my son to therapy. I gave her a little break this morning. I got all the boys, 4 boys, ready this morning
Sheesh.
somewhat. She had to coach me, but she had to relax a little bit.
All right. Well, thank you for calling. Shout out to Jalavia.
Shout out to Jalavia.
Yes. Well, that was Shine a Light on them, 800-292-5150. And when we come back, we have Yeetie. And let's talk about Janelle Monae. She's on the cover of Rolling Stone. And we'll tell you some of the things that she has to say. People are so mad that she has her breasts out.
She look good.
She looks amazing. And we'll tell you what she has to say about it all on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot.
Let's get it.
Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that yee tea.
Come and get the tea.
Okay, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and my girl Jasmine is here.
Happy Tuesday, Angela.
Happy Tuesday, and these are some stories that you can also find on thejasminebrand.com.
Yes.
Janelle Monae is on the cover of Rolling Stone, and she's been talking about her new album, The Age of Pleasure, as well as embracing nudity and also championing pleasure. She spoke about all of this in the cover story. The album comes out on June 9th. I saw a lot of people criticizing her for being topless, having her breasts out. But she said, you know, she can do what she wants to do right now. She said, I'm much happier when I don't think I can say this word, but breasts
Can we
are
say
out.
tatas?
Well, you did. But
Okay.
yes,
Yeah,
she
I didn't
said
say
she's
that
much
word.
happier when her breasts are out and I can run around free. And she also reminded people that she defines herself as a free AMFer. And she goes by the pronouns she, her, or they, them.
Okay.
All right. We also saw her video for Lipstick Lover. And I saw, again, there was a lot of outrage over that. But, I mean, she looks amazing.
You know what's interesting is, remember, she used to be so buttoned up with those suits, only wear 1 or 2 colors, and now she's totally free. So I think it's just like a shock because, well, people don't usually go topless, but
And I think it's also what we saw, right? Because in this interview, she said, even when I was really, really wearing only suits, I was either in a suit or you would find me at my own parties naked.
we never had access to her
we
like
didn't
that.
see that.
We didn't
so
know.
we
Yeah.
saw. It was no in between. And she also said during COVID, she started indulging in marijuana.
Okay.
She used to not do that at all because she said, I grew up fearful of marijuana because I had parents who were addicts. Her father suffered from a crack cocaine addiction. She said they would always say weed is the gateway drug to being a crackhead. And I grew up with that in my mind and heart. And when the pandemic hit, everything closed down. She decided to test out weed. And she's also advocating for better mental health care for all Americans because she said not a lot of people have the luxury of saying or doing what it is I'm doing. I think that therapy, life coaching included, should be free for every American.
I love it. If my breasts look like that, I might
Yeah,
be
she does
topless
look-
too. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. She does look amazing.
She looks beautiful.
All right, now Wanda Sykes recently did an interview with The Guardian. I'm loving all these interviews, and she's talking about cancel culture. She also has a new stand-up special on Netflix. It's called I'm an Entertainer. And she said she's not worried about cancel culture. She said, to me, the whole complaint about cancel culture is a lot of men, especially straight men, who are just pissed that they can't say things anymore. And it's not like you can't say these things. You can say them, but now there's just consequences. So that's why I say I can't get canceled. Only God can say, all right, Wanda, that's enough. So she talks about a lot of different things. She even talks about publicly cutting ties with Roseanne when Roseanne posted a racist tweet about a senior member of the Obama administration. She was a consulting producer and writer on The Conners at that time, which was the reboot of the Roseanne sitcom. She said she left the show in response to those statements, and she said there was no rift. She said, honestly, I never fell out with her. I just made a statement that I could no longer be on that show because of the comment. and she just doesn't have a fear of being taken down in today's cultural climate.
I love that. And so she had her special I'm an Entertainer. Okay, I'm going to check that out.
I think she's hilarious.
She's funny. She's smart funny.
Love Wanda Sykes. All right, and a billionaire, Jeff Bezos, is engaged to Lauren Sanchez. They've been together nearly 5 years. This is all according to Page Six. Now, they've been on his $500 million yacht, just hanging out, partying, and rumors have been swirling because she was seen with a diamond on her ring finger. They started dating back in 2018. News broke that they were a couple in 2019. They kept a low profile because he was married still to his wife of 25 years. That divorce was finalized, and so now they are having a good time traveling the world.
Good. This might be wife number 2, maybe?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
indeed. So
I like this. 5 years is a good time to be
I think he was married
together.
for 25 years prior
that's
to
good.
this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have About Last Night. You actually flew up on @WayUpWithYee on Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is, and communicate with us so we can see what y'all had going on last night, too. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
So, about last night.
Last night.
Here's how it went down.
All right. It is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here with me.
Not just any brand.
I'm my own brand.
Let them know. Now, Jasmine always comes to me with some issue that may not be an issue, but she likes to make non-issues into issues.
Is that what you call it, Angela?
Yes, because I feel like sometimes we can read too much into things instead of just trying to think too hard and overthink it.
I am definitely an overthinker.
All right, so being that you're single now and you're getting back out there into this dating world, somebody was talking to you about long distance dating.
Yes.
So I don't know how much you want to tell.
So
And then you'd be like, Angela, why did you say that?
So Angela's right. Someone was talking to me. It was a guy was talking to me about long distance dating, or that kind of thing. And I told them that I don't do long distance. I don't do long distance. Like I don't mind dating long distance, but I won't be in a relationship with someone.
Why is that a hard, fast rule for you?
I just don't. It's because it just seems like it's a little challenging.
Why.
It seems like
So I'll date you, but I won't be serious with you if it's long distance.
I'm not saying I won't be serious with you if it's long distance, but I say I won't be exclusive with you if it's long distance.
Well, that's serious.
Oh, is it? I can be seriously dating someone, no?
So it's just not going to go anywhere. You know that for a fact.
I think it's just too hard with long distance, with the logistics of it. And that person's response was like, you don't even live in one place.
Yeah, that's a fact. You're from back and forth between DC and New York.
Right.
I think that long distance relationships can have a lot of benefits.
Yeah, it could be fun.
Yeah. Think about it. First of all, you guys talk on the phone a lot. Sometimes that doesn't happen when you're in the same place, where you're just able to have conversations. You might meet up with each other, and then it's just all about getting it in,
Yeah. But here's the thing. It is, yeah.
And you get to know each other a lot better in a long distance relationship.
I like long distance dating. I have no problem with it, but I just feel like, sometimes I would want a person. If I'm in a relationship with someone, sometimes I would like to come home to that person, or at the last minute, like, hey, let's do this. And it's a lot of planning when you're doing long distance.
And sometimes you can.
Yeah, sometimes you cannot.
But why are you limiting yourself?
I'm not. I will date someone long distance.
But you can't date with the intention of knowing it's not going anywhere.
I am dating and just being open to it, but I don't do long distance.
You like to shut stuff down.
I do.
for no reason.
I am very that's not a reason.
Have you ever been in a long distance relationship?
Not in a relationship. I've dated someone long distance before.
I think
it's great, I think, for dating. I just don't know about.
I couldn't date you. This is too much. This is too complicated.
Angela, have you ever done long distance?
Yes, absolutely.
And were you faithful? Like is
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know. It just seems like
I think that it depends on, how long that distance is.
Right.
It's harder when it's like cross country, or if it's some 90-day fiance situation where it's a whole nother country and somebody's trying to get their K1 visa.
You know what also is challenging with long distance? Both people have to be financially okay. Because I can't necessarily deal with somebody that's long distance and they don't really have money to be traveling like that. And, you have to be.
So if it's a driving distance, it's okay. Because then maybe it's easier to be like, all right, it's a 4-hour drive.
I don't even want to do that. I don't even want to do that. I don't mind.
Basically, you don't want to make an effort.
Angela, I don't like. You're like a guy twisting my words around. I know there are people out there that feel like I understand. There are also people that that love the long. I think it can be really fun long distance. I just don't know about being in a relationship,
All right. Well, Jasmine's still single, ladies and gentlemen.
And this is why.
That was about last night. I'm way more confused than I was when we started this. But we do have somebody who is long distance. This is my girl, Melissa Butler. She is the founder of the Lip Bar. Mm-hmm. She's from Detroit. She lives in LA right now. And she is the largest Black-owned beauty brand in Target. Okay,
that's
so
major.
That is absolutely major. And if you guys know me, you know I love the Lip Bar products. I have just recently did an article with The Cut, and I actually highlight one of her products in that article as one of the things that I use as part of my skincare routine. So get ready for Melissa Butler. When we come back, it's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.
Melissa Butler is here, and you know her from the Lip Bar. I feel like she's a celebrity.
I am not a celebrity.
Yes,
but
you
I'm
are.
so excited to be here.
Listen, I'm excited to have you. And I always assume that everybody knows your story. So I know that's not necessarily true. So I just want to make sure we give, if I ask you a couple of questions just for backstory for anybody that may not know the Melissa Butler story. When did you found the Lip Bar?
So I started the Lip Bar. We launched in 2012, me literally making lipstick in my kitchen.
Right.
I was working on Wall Street, which is so wild to say that it felt like a dead-end job because everybody is like, this is the American dream, and that's what I thought I was living. But I just hated it, and I also hated like traditional beauty standards, and that's what made me say like, I'm gonna start making lipstick in my kitchen.
And by the way, I mean, not to stunt on nobody or nothing, but she has the largest Black-owned beauty brand in Target.
You were telling me that.
Yeah. Which is such a huge deal. And your face and name is so attached to it also.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's a hard thing. I know for Jasmine, having the JasmineBrand.com was difficult for you too, having your name on there. She used to tell me if I could have changed the name of it, I would. I didn't know it was going to get
I still would.
that big.
If I would have changed the Lip Bar name like I thought about 700 times early on, like I would have. If I could go back and do that, I absolutely would.
Really?
And I probably wouldn't be the face.
Yeah, same.
But you know, you don't know anything. Everything, hindsight is 20/20. So it's like right now I'm super grateful for everything that I've been able to achieve. But like when I talk to entrepreneurs, I'm like, okay, choose your own path. But these are some of my mistakes.
All right, so yeah, tell us some of them.
I mean, honestly, like not being focused enough. Like I think that's the number one mistake all entrepreneurs make. It's like you want to see the world, you want to do it all, but you cannot do it all at one time.
So that was a mistake that you made?
Absolutely.
How so?
It's a mistake that I still make.
Okay.
Like I'm a full plate person. Like you know, like when you at like the buffet and you put everything on the plate instead of like going back, eating what you gonna eat, going back and getting seconds. No, I fill up that plate to
Take 2
capacity.
plates.
Yeah. Knowing I'm not gonna eat it all, knowing I don't have capacity to eat it all. And I think that's how I treat my business too. But it's because I'm hungry and I'm eager and I'm excited and I want to do it all. But like that's a mistake.
We're talking to Melissa Butler, the founder of the Lip Bar. I looked at you as a person who the growth seemed like very organic. The way that you grew your business.
Well, it was because we didn't have no money.
Yeah. Because you actually have a flagship store in Detroit. And I saw that you even had like Michelle Obama. And also Dr. Joe Biden.
Yep. So she came to the store, her and her granddaughter, and they like were legit shopping. Like Dr. Joe Biden was so sweet. We worked on a partnership to register people to vote, and so our number one bestseller in the whole company is a red lipstick. It's called Boss Lady, and it's because it works on every single complexion. And so her team from when we all vote, they all reached out and was like, we want to change this to Boss Voter, and like we're gonna get Michelle to wear it. And it was so epic. It's still like one of my favorite memories.
And the other thing that you did that I love, these billboards that you guys put
I
up.
love those.
And you know,
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Because it's right near my house in Detroit. But there was this huge billboard, and basically Shark Tank told you to quit. Everybody knows the story, Mr. Wonderful. That made so many people mad.
Yes.
But what I think about that moment from Shark Tank is that it made a lot of people side with you.
Yes.
Right? It might have been different if he would have been like, "This is great. We want to invest."
I agree. We all had a common enemy. It was like, really, it was like, you can't talk to her like that.
Yeah.
People didn't even know me, and they were just like coming out of the woodwork supporting me and showing up. And it is probably the number one thing that people ask me about. So when we turned 10, I was like, I want to be a little petty because like being like a 10-year-old business is a really big deal.
Big deal. For people that didn't see that Shark Tank moment, can you kind of briefly explain what happened and how you were turned down?
This was early on in the business. I think maybe like 2014, 2015. We went on the show really because we wanted to get marketing, but they were so cruel to us.
Yeah.
Like they complimented our dresses, said we shouldn't be in the beauty industry. Instead, we should like be in fashion. Like just kind of really insulting, honestly. Then they called us colorful cockroaches, and that's when all hell broke loose.
All hell broke loose.
Right.
Yep.
The chances that this is a business are practically zero. If anybody thought you could sell purple or green lipstick, they do it. They already have the shelf space. They just add another color. And they would crush you like the colorful cockroaches you are.
And so we ended up putting a billboard in our top markets, probably like, I don't know, like a 70 billboard campaign or something like that. And it said 10 years later, 10 million units sold or whatever it said, like, thanks, Mr. Wonderful.
Right. 10 years later, 2 million units, I think it said.
Yeah. People loved it. And so everybody thinks that, like, billboards are, like, kind of dead. But it's like so many people were posting it. So it was such a magical
I am
moment.
so many people. Yeah. And, you know, when we had Mr. Wonderful on The Breakfast Club, I definitely asked him about it.
I saw that.
And what did he say? What did he say, Angela?
He was just like, you know, congrats. What can you say?
Yeah.
I'm proud of them for taking the heat. I'm proud that they're entrepreneurs that are successful. It's a wonderful thing to see that happen. But they were facing an almost impossible task because going into the cosmetics industry is so difficult to get market share, but they pulled it off. So look, you gotta applaud them. There's no question about it.
So here's the thing. My boyfriend actually is around Mark Cuban sometimes. And one day they're together and he just FaceTimes me with him. And he's like, remember her? And Mark is like, congratulations. I'm proud of you.
Okay.
So like, it's been like a full circle moment.
Right.
We're talking to Melissa Butler, the founder of the Lip Bar. Now, where do you see yourself? This has happened in the past, you know, like you said, it's been 11 years. Where do you see yourself, like, say, in 5 years from now?
Honestly, in 5 years, I better be on a beach or like in my garden picking avocado off of my trees. Like I'm moving to the Caribbean and y'all ain't gonna see me.
Well, listen,
good for you. Sounds like fun.
I was in St. Martin. Right.
Yes.
And the owner of Lottery Farm, shout out to him. He was like, I just love
I was with you.
Yeah.
And you called her, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
They love you.
It's so sweet, but what's crazy is I'm such a private person.
Right.
And when people notice me, like, I am still so flattered anytime somebody comes up to me like, wait, you're the Lip Bar girl. I'm like, I'm Melissa. What's your name? Like, flying here today, the flight attendants were like, Melissa, we love your products. I'm like, oh my God.
And they also know your name, though, because they see it on the thing. They're like, oh, Melissa Butler's coming on here.
Right, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, they do that to you.
They know you coming, girl.
So it's been like a really incredible journey, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, honestly, I wouldn't change any part of it because, like, I've learned from it. The entire thing, even like all the mistakes, and it's been a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, the mistakes is like education. Well, I appreciate you for coming because, like we said, Melissa, is not often that you have any time at all. I know you're only here for a day, but honestly, like when you come up here and grace us with your presence, it means a lot to me. Just because I know there's a lot of entrepreneurs who admire you, look up to you, and are going to see this and also learn a lot just from the things that you told us today. So.
Yeah, I'm always willing to share. Like, if I had people who was educating me early, like, I would be so much further. Right. So, like, if I can ever do anything to help, I'm down. So thank you for having me.
All right, you guys, check it out. The Red Beauty and the Lip Bar is way up with Angela Yee, Melissa Butler. And we have Yee T when we come back. We have 50 Cent and Chelsea Handler. This was a nice breakup. The two of them still have some things to say about each other. And we'll leave it there. It's way up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip, Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Yes, it is way up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Angela, I'm back.
You're back?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
And don't you love when a breakup is so good that y'all can still remain friends afterward and say positive things about each other?
Yes, I love it. That's the goal, right?
Well, that's Chelsea Handler and 50 Cent. Now,
For sure.
Chelsea Handler has done her stand-up routine, and during that routine, she does reference 50 Cent, who is her ex. Here's what she said.
Sex is not just for homosexual men anymore, okay, ladies and gentlemen? It's trending. And don't knock it until you try it. You might like it. It's a big pill to swallow in the beginning, but when you warm up to the idea and you pick the right candidate, right? Small or medium, you're not gonna do that with 50 Cent. You wanna pick the right candidate.
Now, 50 posted this and said, yo, she is so crazy. Chelsea Handler is hands down the funniest. LOL.
Yeah. It's like a light flex for him.
Yeah. I mean, it's a positive thing.
It's complimentary.
You're not going to try that with 50 Cent.
It's all about the candidate.
If you don't know what she was referencing,
Google it.
Yeah, Google it. I can't say it.
Me neither.
In this time slot.
Go to lip service.
All right. Now let's talk about The Color Purple. Warner Brothers has unveiled the trailer for the big screen musical adaptation of The Color Purple, starring Halle Bailey, Her, Fantasia, and more. That's going to be good. I'm excited. And it's going to be in theaters on Christmas Day.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's a nice Christmas day where you got to go to, maybe reserve your tickets now, especially if you want to go to one of the theaters I like where you can relax, sit down in the seats, order drinks from your seat. All right, well, here is Fantasia in the trailer with her beautiful voice.
Now it's talking.
Oprah and Steven Spielberg have made this into a movie musical. You can see Danielle Brooks as Sophia, Taraji P. Henson,
Suge.
Yep, as Suge. So it's going to be amazing.
That's going to be really good. I can't wait to see Taraji as Suge.
David Allen Greer is in it. Sierra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
Oprah posted something on her Instagram afterwards, like she was shopping for something purple. She's like, wear something purple when you go see the movie, guys.
My favorite color. And speaking of women, Vin Diesel has confirmed that there is a women-led Fast film among the spinoffs that are in the works for Fast and Furious.
Yes.
And he said, I started developing the female spinoff in 2017 with other spinoffs, and the sooner I deliver the finale, the sooner I can launch all the projects.
I like that idea.
So, that women-led spinoff has already gone into development, so we cannot wait to see that.
Cool.
And in more movie and television news, let's talk about HBO Max.
Okay.
Right? Now, HBO Max is turning into just Max, and there's going to be some key changes as they relaunch with Discovery content and also some enhanced features. That is going to be relaunching, I believe, tomorrow, right? Yeah, tomorrow will make its U.S. Debut. So Max is available on the same platforms as HBO Max, but it's now going to have twice the content. More stable performance with a new video playback experience, new personalization features, simplified navigation, a new 4K plan. So there's 3 different tiers, 2 with the same pricing as HBO Max's previous plans. There's a new premium option that includes 4K Ultra HD content and up to 4 concurrent streams. There's a more prominent kids experience. So there's a kids profile for new subscribers with parental controls. You can limit content by ratings. There's also a new download experience for offline viewing, expanded profile avatar icons, new ad formats, and accessibility features.
Cool.
All right, so get ready for that. No more HBO Max, it's just Max. And Paramount Plus with Showtime is launching in the U.S. next month with more money, all right, as a price hike. And the standalone Showtime app is going to be shut down by the end of the year. So get ready for that too. All these different changes as these streaming companies are having to streamline streaming.
Okay.
All right, well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the front pages, but they are just as important. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
The news, I got news. This is the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes.
And we're doing Under the Radar stories. These are very interesting stories that may not have been in the front pages of your papers and on your phones, but we want to make sure you know about it. All right, now this is about a thread on Reddit. A woman posted, and she said she knows it sounds awful, but she said she wants to ask a friend to return her $400 baby shower gift because that friend had a miscarriage.
That is so ridiculous.
So she wants to know, is she a horrible person for that? She said, Jen and I are friends. And she said it was a gift to a long-term family friend of her husband. She said, Jen and I aren't friends at all, but we are friendly when we see each other. When Jen had her first kid, my husband purchased a fairly expensive item off her baby shower registry as a gift. I had no issue with the gift or how much he spent. It was a nice item to gift her, and we were excited. Fast forward a few years, Jen and her husband are high earners, both making over 6 figures. She announced she was pregnant again very early along and sent my husband her baby shower registry. And the user admitted she thought it was strange for Jen to have a registry as she should still have most of the items from her first kid, but she went along with the ask, and they spent around $400 on the gift. Then she had a traumatic miscarriage, and she said, it was devastating, incredibly sad, and while I'm not close with Jen, my heart hurt for her. Now she wants to know how to navigate the gift. Do you ask for it? She said it's not something that the woman can use for her older kid. It seems cruel. But she said, we're decent earners, me and my husband, but $400 is still a lot of money.
Hey, lady, you're awful. You're an awful human being. Why would this even be something you would think about, contemplate, a question? The lady had a miscarriage.
Right.
And also, if she didn't even, once you give a gift, that's it.
Yeah, you shouldn't give a gift if you need to get the money back from the gift.
If you can't afford a $400 gift, which is fine, get something that's reasonable.
Yeah, you shouldn't have spent that much on it.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous.
Can you imagine the pain of going through a miscarriage?
And then you get
and then somebody's like, hey, girl.
Can I get this gift back? I'm sorry. My condolences, but can I get my gift back?
Hey, girl, sorry about what happened. How do you even ask? All right, now let's talk about a lot of kids are graduating now. Shout out to my goddaughter and my godson also. He graduated from Morehouse.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes, both of my godchildren have graduated. And then I have one who's in Spelman now. Those are all the godchildren.
Okay.
And so anyway, let's discuss though. Do you remember who spoke at your graduation from college?
No, I do not remember.
Me neither. I don't remember either. I remember it rained. Okay. But the Warner Brothers CEO spoke at this college, right? At Boston University's graduation. And Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav stood on the podium to give his speech. But right now, writers are on strike.
Yes.
Right? After the Writers Guild of America and 8 major studios, including Warner Brothers Discovery, failed to negotiate a new contract. Now these writers are on strike. And so, as the CEO was speaking at Boston University, the students started booing and chanting. Here is that chant.
Some people...
They're yelling, pay your writers.
I love it.
And some of the students turned their back during his address, and he actually had to pause because of the pay your writers chants. So,
how do you feel about that?
I mean, that's what we want students to do, right? It's a peaceful protest.
Yeah.
It's a chant. It's a very specific time. Right now, you're the CEO of a company that has been in the middle of a writer's strike, and you're on the side of not wanting to compensate these writers the way they deserve to be compensated. So
you can be uncomfortable for a little bit. Yeah, I'm
okay.
with you on that. Yeah, you'll be fine.
All right, New York City is said to be sinking at roughly the same rate as Venice, according to researchers. And so parts of Brooklyn, Queens, and Manhattan are slowly sinking due to its buildings and rising sea levels.
Okay.
So it's the weight of the skyscrapers. They said portions of New York City will sink 1 to 2 millimeters a year. What do you do about that?
Stop building, first of all.
Yeah, how do you stop it from sinking, though? Because it's what's built already now.
I don't know.
Actually.
And it makes sense. It definitely makes sense.
All right. Well, we'll see. I mean, we always got to be thinking about the future, too, even if we're like, oh, well, who cares? We're not going to be here.
Yeah.
What about the kids and the grandchildren?
FYI, it's 8.5 million people living in NYC. That's a lot of people.
Yeah. I feel like we're sinking right now.
We probably are.
All right. Well, that is your Under the Radar. Now, we do have the Way Up mix coming at the top of the hour. Plus, we have IDK joining us on the show today. He has a brand new, very jazz-inspired project that's out right now. Also Formula Racing inspired. And we'll be discussing with him. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Way up.
bitches like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T.
Way up.
All right, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
I'm not just any brand, I'm my own brand.
With that Yee T, baby. All right, let's start it off with Lil Durk. Now, he has unveiled his Almost Healed track list as it's getting closer and closer to that release date. It's 21 tracks on here. There's 8 features.
Okay.
The song that he put out with J. Cole, All My Life, debuted at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Yeah, I like that song.
That's a huge deal, and it's a great song. Now, he also did a sit-down with DJ Academics, and Academics shared clips from his new Off the Record podcast interview, and one of the things that he talked about is Gunna.
That man told you should have went in there and kept your mouth closed. If you a rat, you a rat. And if you rewind this clip a little bit, I looked into the camera and I told you, if you a rat, I hate you. Because I love Thug.
All right, now if you guys recall, there was this video of Gunna where he was talking, and here's what Gunna had to say that has people calling him a rat.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
That was all him taking his plea deal.
Yes, ma'am.
Why are you making that face, Jasmine?
I'm so glad I'm not a rapper because I'm telling.
Yeah, and I'm so glad I'm not around anything to tell on.
Yes, ma'am.
Sheesh. All right, now Coi Leray has also revealed her sophomore album track list, and everybody's like, okay, these features. The features are
featuring
very interesting. The features include James Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Saucy Santana, Lola Brooke, David Guetta. Skillabang is on there too, Gigs. So people are talking about that. Some people are saying it's a crazy lineup, and they're very optimistic about it. Other people are like, WTF are these features? OMG.
It sounds lit.
Yeah, it sounds interesting.
Yes.
It makes you want to be like, I got to hear what this is all about.
I definitely want to hear Saucy and James Brown. All of them are cool, but I definitely want to hear from those two.
I think Lola Brooke gonna be lit too.
Yeah.
All right, now Future is also reportedly working on Dirty Sprite 3. Doughboy, who by the way is about to be on lip service, posted Dirty Sprite 3. So, all
right.
And Young Scooter also wrote it too. And if anybody should know, they should.
Cool.
Right? All right, now Tom Brady has reached a deal, and that is to become part owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. He's one step closer to going from under center to overseeing a team, and he has struck a deal with Mark Davis to buy a piece of the Raiders. So he's been in talks for weeks about a potential agreement, and they said the deal is now done, according to NFL insider Albert Breer.
Can't wait to hear what that piece is. Like, how much?
Listen, imagine going from being there to owning a team.
Dope.
All right, Conway the Machine has postponed his Won't He Do It tour, and that is all because he broke his leg. Can you imagine?
Yikes.
He said, the results are in. I have a fractured right tibia, dislocated kneecap, and the album of the year, though. He said, but in all seriousness, know that anyone who knows me, there's nothing I love to do more than being up on that stage. I can't lie. I'm super disappointed that I have to postpone the Won't He Do It tour for a little bit, because I was really looking forward to going on those stages and rocking this for y'all live. However, I'm in good spirits, and I'm only looking at it as just a minor little setback for a major comeback. No stress. If you already bought tickets, they'll be honored at the later dates for sure. More updates coming this week.
That picture of him in the hospital bed with that leg laid out looks painful.
Yeah, I was saying this the other day. I've never actually had to have any type of surgery or be in the hospital overnight. I've never.
No?
Let me.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
You never. Oh, that's a blessing.
Yeah, it is a blessing.
Oof.
I feel like I just jinxed myself by publicly saying that.
No, don't. Okay.
All right. And LL Cool J has joined the cast of NCIS Hawaii Season 3, and he's going to be reprising his role. I kind of felt like, because he kept acting like it wasn't over after the series finale of CBS's NCIS Los Angeles. So looks like that is happening, and that was a surprise for people as he reprises that role. So
he is the definition of booked and busy.
Yeah.
Okay.
like he said, and I just recently interviewed him.
Right.
He had no idea how long NCIS was going to last. Los Angeles, when he first signed on, who knew?
Yeah.
It was going to go for so many seasons.
That's nice.
So that's a nice check to continually have.
Yeah.
All right. And you know what I want to talk about when we come back?
What?
We didn't get a chance to do this here, but I want to talk about being an organ donor.
Whew.
You're like, I'm not even doing a long distance relationship, let alone donating my organs.
Right, come on now.
To somebody who lives out of state. But Jerome Bettis and Amara Hodge are donating their brains. We'll tell you about this story. And it's something that they ask you on your license. I just got my new license.
You
in
did.
the mail, by the way.
Took you forever, Angela.
I had to get do you have the real ID?
I do not have the real ID.
Well, now I'm good.
Okay.
But they always ask you if you want to donate your organs, and that's always something that I'm like, I don't know what to check. But we're going to discuss that when we come back, and you guys let us know too. Hit me up at Way Up with Yee. I want to hear how you weigh in on whether or not you are going to be an organ donor.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the back. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Yes.
And don't worry, we are going to do a deep dive into this today, so let's get that ready. But Jerome Bettis and Meryl Hodge are donating their brains to the University of Pittsburgh's new National Sports Brain Bank. There's a two-pronged mission as a donation registry for former contact sports athletes and a resource center for long-term observational studies. They want to study anyone from professional athletes to recreational athletes who participated in an array of contact sports. So they're among the first group of professional athletes to take part in this brain bank. And, they want to make sure, from what they're saying, and this is Jerome Bettis speaking, he wants future generations of athletes to benefit from the research. And from a social perspective, he wants society to have answers to the cases of neurodegenerative diseases.
Okay.
All right.
I never knew there was a national sports brain bank.
I mean, think about it, right? A lot of people talk about the trauma that athletes have, and what is it called? What is it called? When they say in football, CTE. Yeah. They talk about CTE and the impact that has on people. And so it makes sense, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, I did a deep dive into why become an organ donor.
Okay.
Because on my license, I am not an organ donor. Nor are you, Jasmine. And I actually feel a little bad about it, right? And so my girl Maria texted me as we teased this topic.
Hey, Maria.
To let me know that she is indeed an organ donor.
All right.
She said, I want to be cremated, so why not help those who are on lists awaiting an organ, plus the number of people of color who donate is so low.
I agree with that. However,
Okay.
my biggest... Oh, I'm sorry, Angela. Did you want to talk about your deep dive that you did?
Yeah, so the deep dive as far as why become an organ donor, right? The reasons why you can help others. People who are on organ waiting list typically have end-stage organ disease that significantly impacts their quality of life and may be near the end of their life. Receiving an organ can become a life-changing event for those people. Also, the organ waiting list is always long. People are dying while waiting for an organ. One organ donor can help multiple people. One organ donor has the potential to save 8 lives.
Right. No, so I love the idea of using my organs to benefit and to help someone else live. I love the idea. However, my fear is, they're working on my body, they're trying to revive me, and they see, oh, she's an organ donor, and they just like, let her go.
Let her go.
That's and I'm sure that doesn't happen. Well, I'm not sure. But
we're not sure of anything. If you've seen the movie The Serpent and the Rainbow.
I have not.
Okay, this is a classic movie, and people have referenced this many times, but this is my fear right here. I'm not dead. Don't bury me, I'm not dead. I'm scared of that.
Yeah,
okay, and I'm just scared that they'll take my organs, and what if you die and it's like a big party and now we can't go because we don't have our organs?
What? Angela.
Well, we don't know what happens after we die.
But what makes you think we need our organs after we die?
What makes you think we don't?
I'm still alive.
I just don't know what's happening.
I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
Yes, it could be something else happening. And now we missed the after party.
Hey, Angela did not like missing a little...
Now I can't drink because I don't have my kidneys.
Right.
No, but I'm just saying, I get it though, right? And it's something that I think about because every time, and I just renewed my license to get the real ID, and I was in there, and it's on the sheet like, "Do you want to be an organ donor?" And I paused, and I was like, "I'm not sure yet." I said to myself,
"I definitely want to. I just don't. I want y'all to keep working on me as long as you can. I want you to. I don't stop short of reviving me because I have some organs you need for, a 10-year-old."
And who's to say they're not going to just take them anyway?
Yeah.
Just because I checked this off in my license.
Well, after I'm gone, if y'all for sure know I'm gone, then you could take my
so
organs.
Put that in there. Maybe you should put that as like a addendum.
Yeah. Is this insensitive? I feel like we might be being insensitive.
Yeah, because there's probably some organ donors, some people who need organs listening.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are jerks.
Yeah. Sorry, we apologize.
We want to encourage people to be organ donors as we set up here on this radio on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Stop laughing, Angela.
I want to encourage people to do it because
it's important.
One person can save 8 lives as an organ donor, but this is an important conversation because people are scared of that.
I'm terrified.
Yeah, so, but you can save some lives. It's a single selfless act. Register as an organ donor. I would do it while I'm alive if there's an organ that I could.
Oh, I'll do. Yeah, I don't mind.
If you need something, need anything?
I'm cool. No, I'm cool with that. Yeah,
okay.
I don't need anything, Angela. But I don't want. I don't.
You don't want my organs?
No, you drink too much.
Forget it. I know you're not talking. Let's have a drink, girl. All right. Well, IDK is about to be joining us when we come back. So make sure y'all tune in for that. He's got a brand new album out that is amazing. F65 is the name of the album. And it has a nice jazz feel to it. But he's an incredible artist. And so IDK up next on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Now I'm back at it.
You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
I'm here, Angela.
Do you feel like it's been a good year for music this year so far? As far as albums that came out?
I'm pleased. I guess I'm pleased.
Yeah, what I love about this show is that we also have interviewed like a lot of different people who newer artists, more established artists. So I think that's really dope. And we do have IDK coming on the show.
Yep. And the thing is, when we have someone, I'm forced to listen to their album, and I always like the album.
Yeah,
or their projects or whatever.
I think we get really into with like different things at home, like streaming services and playlists, not listening to whole albums as much.
Yeah,
I was listening to Summer Walker's EP over the weekend.
Okay, I've heard mixed reactions.
I like it,
but it gives Erykah Badu vibes, right?
Yeah, but she's always been, I feel like they're in the same kind of lane.
Yes,
and I know they get along with each other really well too, so that's a compliment.
You know which one I've been listening to a lot of? Who was up here, Jazzy.
Oh, yes. Jazzy's album's amazing.
Yeah, I really like that.
And Jazzy's, you can tell as a songwriter how great she is, too.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to check out the Summer Walker one.
Yes, so IDK is about to join us when we come back. And, actually, I first knew of him. Dan, who's our producer, is a big fan.
Yes.
But Jay Electronica did a song with him and MF Doom.
That's a big deal.
And that song is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And so now he has this out, and we've been communicating just based off of this this course that he teaches at Harvard.
Right. So I feel like he's an intellectual, right?
I find all of this fascinating, but we're going to hear more from IDK himself when we come back. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Now back. Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the back. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com is here with me. And we have IDK here.
What's up?
This is your first time coming up here.
Yes.
Well, it feels good to have you, and congratulations. I think this is a great time.
Yeah. Right now is a great time for sure. More than ever.
You also had a course that you teach.
Yeah.
Right? And
a music business course, yeah.
A music business course.
Yeah.
I need more context to that. And this is at Harvard, right? So
That's a big deal.
Break that down for me.
It's all right. Well, it came from me being in prison. And the last bid that I did, I pretty much was able to take that, go to college. Didn't work out for me, but from there, I became a rapper, and I felt like there was a lot of people who may be able to have that same story, but they don't have anybody to motivate them. So I was like, man, maybe if I bring people from prison to Harvard and do something there for Harvard students, but also give them the access, it could work out. And that then turned into, how about I start doing that for other artists? And then that turned into just people who want to aspire to be in the music industry in general across the nation, people of color though. because the thing is, we don't see ourselves in spaces like Harvard. So the purpose of that program, one of them, there's many purposes, but one of them is to show people that we belong in these spaces too.
When you went to prison when you were 17.
That was one of the times.
One of the times.
How many times you went to jail?
I went to jail 3 times. I went to prison once.
Okay.
So what? It was a robbery or what?
Yeah. Robbery,
He's like, I don't
deadly
even know what
weapon.
to tell you.
No, it's cool. Robbery with deadly weapon, and also like assault and like that.
I can't even picture that, by the way.
That's what everybody said, and
man.
that's actually a good thing. You know?
It is, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah, naturally.
What were you trying to steal?
There's moments where you'll be able to picture it, depending on what side of the fence you on.
He is
you know,
ignorantly delivering knowledge for us.
What were you trying to rob?
Can I say?
Okay,
guess
maybe
I can.
not. All right, well, let's
It's
move
over
on.
I don't
with
know.
now.
It's over with. But it was like the situation had to do with musical equipment. Ironically,
Okay.
Okay.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And so you actually decided while you were in prison that this is what you wanted to do, is be an artist? Or did you know before that?
Well, when I was in prison, yes, I was helping people get their GED, so I was a tutor, and then I also was a barber. And in the middle of that, it became like going out to the yard, putting on my earphones, listening to what's on the radio, memorizing those beats, and then just for fun writing to them. And then people would ask me to rap. So I ended up rapping for everybody. They liked it. I figured if I could entertain people in prison, maybe it'll work if I get out. So that's what made me do it.
Right now we are talking to IDK. His album F65 is out now. Isn't it crazy how your path, while at the time it may feel like, how did this happen to me?
Yeah.
It's really a reason.
Yeah, it's definitely a reason. And I think that, like, people always say, like, damn, you went to prison, da-da-da, how was that? Like, how do you feel about that? Do you regret it? And I'm like, that's, like, the best thing that happened in my life, if I'm being honest, because that was the pivotal change all of the times, but especially the last time.
Why especially the last time?
Because I was in prison, so I'm in there with people that got 20 years and like people who really like have been there their whole life since a teenager and stuff like that. So I'm really dealing with like the reality that I get to go home. Some of these people will never get to go home or anytime soon, you know. So that's really what it was about.
How long were you there?
The last time was 7 months. I was supposed to do a year. I paroled out in 7 months.
So when did you realize that this was actually going to work? Like, so you come home, because I know sometimes you can get out of that situation and not know what's next. And it can be a lot of obstacles for you.
Yeah, it's interesting because when I went to prison, there was no Instagram. When I got out of Instagram and everybody was listening to Chief Keef, posted my first picture, I got 40 likes. They're like, damn, you got 40 likes.
You lit. It's up.
Who is liking it?
Yeah, facts.
It's a good way to get caught,
cool.
too.
Yeah, right. Facts. I don't think you could see who liked it back then, though. Was it like that? Always like that?
Yeah, I definitely don't remember.
Yeah, it's evolved so much since
Because it
then.
could have been different women who were holding you down during
No. It's funny enough. There was only one girl, my ex-girl, that used to come visit me.
Did you feel obligated, like, afterward? Because, you know, you was with me while I was locked up?
Nah, because actually, when I first got locked up on that bed, she dumped me. She came to the joint to visit me and dumped me. She became a born-again Christian.
Oh. See what you did?
Yeah.
You turned it to Christ.
But she turned back to me after... No, let's not get into it.
And now let's talk about this latest album, F65.
Yeah.
So what is this Formula One racing inspiration behind this project? And I know that you're a fan, so...
Yeah, well, I became a fan because of this album. I didn't know much about F1 before that. I always wanted to make an album where I took the concept of motorsport and racing to tell the story of like race, color, skin.
Right.
So F is obviously like from F1, and 65 is the year Malcolm X was assassinated. So it's just me basically taking the conversation I think he was about to have before he passed away, when he changed, which I felt would be a more inviting conversation. I'm taking what I thought he was going to do and putting it in music. So it's about having a conversation about racial inequality, but it's supposed to feel good. So the music's supposed to feel good, it's supposed to make you party, you know, but then you hear certain things that I think are important.
Right now we are talking to IDK. His album F65 is out now. And there's things that you did with this album that were very organic but created conversations. And of course, doing a song like Pinot Noir, which everyone loved, right? And Saucy Santana was on it. And then that turned into a conversation. And you did a post like, he just could rap. It has nothing to do with him being gay. I just thought Saucy Santana, and Saucy appreciated that a lot too, because I feel like some artists may be like, I'm not working with Saucy Santana because then people will think I'm gay, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, like I said, like, you know, I heard the song and I thought he made sense for the type of song it was, and for me, like, that's like my Champagne Ratchet song. So I was thinking about the ladies when I was putting it together, and
we love Saucy.
Y'all would say the ladies love Saucy.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. It tracks.
And I see that more than ever now.
Yes.
But and it wasn't until I like really got him on there, then I started thinking, I'm like, I might be like the first black rapper, male rapper, straight, to put an openly gay, maybe not in a history rap, but I'm saying with a platform where people would say something,
right?
To put an openly gay rapper on my song. And I thought about it, and I was like, that might actually be the case. And when I put it out, it kind of made me feel even more like that was the case, because people were shocked.
But it does open up to like a whole new, like now you have Saucy's audience, which is a different, you know, crossover audience for you too.
For sure. I see them all over my posts.
But that's a dope statement without trying to make a statement.
Yeah, exactly. I just thought that was the right person for that song, and I had to fearlessly just put that together. And honestly, like, I'm so comfortable with my sexuality that I really don't care. Like, but I could still embrace somebody that I think is dope. And I liked his music before that. Like,
So you heard about him from his music before?
That Material Girl song.
Oh, yeah, Material Girl.
I found myself singing that, the hook. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, just like, you know what I mean? It's cool. Like, and even the joint, this song, like, if that come on, like, I'd be like catching myself, like, oh, like,
everybody likes it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
No, I think that's really dope. I know a lot of people like Saucy Santana, but a lot of artists might have been hesitant. Well, have been hesitant clearly.
Right. I got some
yeah.
People hit me definitely like, yo, what you doing, bro? Like, I'm trying to defend you, but you kind of, I'm like, it ain't nothing to defend. Just wait till the song come out. Because I posted like a snippet of us before they heard the song. So everybody's like, wait.
You knew what you were doing.
Yeah, you knew what you were doing.
It was a funny snippet. The dude jumped on the car out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, what? You know, like, you saw my facial reaction when it happened. It was just an organic moment.
Right.
If anybody would have did that, I would have posted that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. IDK is joining us, and we have more with him when we come back on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the back. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and we are talking to IDK. I know you're also passionate about the DMV music scene.
Yeah, of course.
So what is that like now?
It's terrible now. Nobody. We ain't got nobody, man.
Oh, we got his Wale, and he's been kind of quiet,
we
right?
gotta get it together. Everybody getting locked up.
Well, you got Fat Trail on here.
Trail just got out, man. We
I know
shout
he's
out
out
to
now.
him. You
I
know
think
what
he's
I'm
coming
saying?
up here at some point soon.
coming up, right?
Trail, shout out Q the Fool. He got out 2 days ago. He hit me up. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta stay out of jail. We gotta stay in the studio, get this money. You know what I mean? Everybody beefing with each other and stuff. So I'm in the middle of a lot of beef because I'm cool with everybody. So
Are you trying to be like the peacemaker?
I'm not trying to be none of that. I'm not. I'm gonna tell you.
I don't want to be involved.
Sometimes it's a conversation too. It'd be a communication.
Nah, for me
lapse.
it's just real. Like, it's not trying to do none of that. Like, I'm not a. Like, people probably look at me and say I'm an activist. I am not. I'm gonna say this right now. I am not an activist.
You do give activist vibes.
No, I'm not an activist. I'm just real. I'm not trying to be like a positive role model. If I am, that's what I am.
Right.
I'm not trying.
You
to
don't
do
want
none of
that burden of responsibility where people are watching. But I feel like the best activism comes from people who aren't trying to be activists.
Yeah, because you got to be real. And but like, it's not that I don't want the burden of responsibility, because at the end of the day, like, I'm a grown man. Like, if responsibility comes, I do it. I handle it, what I got to handle. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to do it. If it happens in the midst of me feeling like I'm being real and honest, then that's what it is. I would like for people to go in the right direction. I don't have all the answers, but if I think I have some of them, I'll tell you.
So you're not trying to play peacemaker between all this DC?
I would like to be
DMV
that,
beef.
but I'm not trying to. I'm just
Right.
reaching out to people and putting them on songs, or getting them to, send me songs, or giving them advice, spending time with them, whatever I can to help them better themselves. And beefing with other people ain't gonna better your life,
Yeah, because sometimes people put you in it if they see you do a song with them and then you do a song with another person.
taking
I'm
a
gonna be
side.
honest, they don't bring that to me. Like, they know.
You're not with
They don't, like, we don't, that's
My
not
name
a
is Bennett.
conversation we have. Nope. Don't put me in none of that. If if I decide to come around this neighborhood, I might come to your neighborhood right after, and it's not a problem. If you don't want to associate with these people, that's on you. You make your own decisions, but don't bring me in nothing that I don't got nothing to do with. And that's, people know that with me, so.
Right now, we are talking to IDK. His album F65 is out now. Now, one of these classes, the No Label Academy that we were talking about earlier, because I know you took a break from it last year.
Yes.
So it's back this year.
Yeah, this is the one you're coming to.
Yeah, I know. We've been discussing it. I definitely went to.
Yes, it's the one you're coming to.
No, I am. I've been told you that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
He's just reiterating it.
No, I am. I am for sure. I enjoy stuff like that. I actually, at one point, thought I would be a teacher. When I was in college, I was doing the urban education semester and teaching. And it is something I do want to get back to, so I'm excited for it. I love the fact that you made that happen, because I think it's great when people have an idea that's out of the box and then they really actually do it.
Yeah, 100%. I'm known for that, though.
Yeah, I see.
I'm gonna say some crazy. I'm gonna do this, y'all. Everybody gonna be looking at me like, all right, yeah, right. And then you look up and it's happening.
Like the fact that you were like teaching people and helping them get their GEDs in prison.
He was also a barber, and then he also started rapping.
You know what I mean?
How did you get your GED and cut your hair?
Yeah,
that's amazing.
That's but
the man is talented.
That helped me go a long way in that prison system.
I bet it did.
A lot of people really
respect
mess
that.
with me. Yeah, mess with me because of that. So,
do you ever go back and visit, or plans to
I would
do
love
something?
To. I want to bring it remote. I want to bring my course to the prison that I was locked up in remotely, so they'd be able to take it virtually. Yeah,
that would be really dope.
That's the big goal. We've been working on it, so let's see if we get it done.
All right, well, IDK, thank you so much for coming through. This was fun.
Yeah, thank you.
We got to make sure we do this more often, and I appreciate you so much.
Yes, thank
An
you.
amazing album. You guys make sure you check that out right now.
Yes, F65.
F65. Yes, you can speed race and listen to jazz at the same time.
And be conscious, not on purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
And be friends with everybody, but not squash no beef.
Right.
Damn.
It's way up with Angela Yee. And when we come back, we have Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is a number. Call us up if you have any questions. Jasmine, Brand, and I are going to be here to help you. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
So you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it is time for Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is the number in case you ever want to call us for any questions. We are always here to help with no judgment. Hey, Tay, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm really just fighting a lot right now, but, listening to the radio, it kind of gets me up, in the morning, so.
Okay, well, what's your question for Ask Yee?
My question is, what do you do if you have a racist boss in 2023?
Ooh, all right.
Yikes.
Yeah, tell us what's going on at work.
All right, so basically, I started out as a temp agency, was there once a week. I asked him, I was like, okay, I've accumulated enough hours, can I go full-time? He told me to quit the temp agency, I quit. Put in the application, and he told me he was going to put me in the office. I let him know about, me having skin diseases and stuff like that. I'm not supposed to be in the sun. I can't use sunscreen. I'm allergic to a whole bunch of stuff. And so he's like, okay, well, I'll make sure I get you inside. So for the past 3 weeks, I've been working outside.
Wow.
In the sun. Yeah, and so I go to the hospital every single day to get injections.
Oh, wow.
And then I do injections at nighttime. Basically, my sweat glands creates tumors.
Okay.
And so basically he is not willing to work with me.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I told him and I showed him, hey, this is the place where I have to go. This is the stuff that I have. Like, I'm stage 3 or whatever. He shrugged his shoulders and he was like, I don't care. I don't care nothing about that. I just want you to make a paycheck. So that was the first thing that kind of put my eyes way wider than normal.
Okay.
And then a few weeks went in and I started to get to know all of the other employees there. And they ended up telling me that he is a racist and he just wants to fill up the company. So today was the day where I was like, I overheard him say the N-word.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so that was kind of like the icing on the top for me, to the point where...
Is there anybody above him that you can go to?
He's the assistant manager of the place, and there's nobody that's above him other than corporate.
I mean, sometimes you have to go to corporate. And I also feel like this is something that is known within the company, right? It's not just you. Other people have told you this.
Exactly, but this is the cherry on the top, was he hired a new employee to work inside, and he's not even African. He's not African American. He's not black. He's not nothing. He don't have no skin disease. Nothing.
It's starting to feel like slavery.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
I think it's worthwhile to consult with an attorney just so that you have and know your rights, and B, to go above him. Okay, because you need to document things. And do you have it in writing where you told him that you had to work inside? Is there any type of chain of emails or messages?
Yes, everything is in writing, and we're on camera.
Okay.
We work with the police. Like, it's
Okay. All right. So I think that it's important that since you have this evidence of what the conversation is that you had with him, of what you told him, and I would also consult with an attorney, but I would also go to corporate, because sometimes when you go to corporate and you have this evidence, they also know that they're in danger of
a lawsuit.
Yeah, a
Illegally,
lawsuit.
Yeah.
Against, and they have to act.
okay.
So
I think the only attorney that I can afford right now is the one that's on my car accident case.
Well, there's that, but also understand that some attorneys will work knowing that you can get, they
can be compensated after.
They'll be compensated after because they know it's a sure shot. So I just would definitely, explore those avenues. Sometimes we talk ourselves out of things because we think we can't afford it, but there's other avenues.
Okay, right.
And it wouldn't hurt for you to, make sure that are there other people who would be willing to go on record. But I do feel like consult with an attorney and also take it to corporate. Both of those things. Do the attorney first and then go to corporate.
And keep all your documentation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, but because it's self-explanatory. You walk inside, you see the employees. They wear different clothes. They're not the same race. And then you go outside where you wear the vest and everybody's sweating. And then everybody outside is black. Everybody outside is... That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And now is the time.
How is everybody in the office is, they don't have no melanin on their skin. So,
okay. All right. Well, good. Listen, I'm telling you, consult with an attorney. Make sure you have actual numbers, documentation of who's inside, who's outside, and go to corporate.
Okay. And I greatly appreciate your help, you guys.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, that was ASCII. And again, the number is 800-292-5150. Any questions that you have. If you can't get through, you can always leave a message and we can answer that question too. When we come back, we have Last Word. That's where you guys get to have the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Pick up the phone. Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard. What the word is. Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
All right, what's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here and Jasmine Brand is here.
Happy Tuesday.
Yes, happy Tuesday. It's almost your favorite day, girl.
Almost.
And it's also Memorial Day weekend coming up, so we are getting ready for that. We're actually going to go hang out with Donnell Rawlings.
We're going to be on the road.
In Yellow Springs, Ohio. Mm-hmm. So just making sure that I get myself ready for that.
Because we got to prepare.
Yellow Springs is where we went during the pandemic.
Yes.
A lot.
We spent a lot of time.
Yeah,
we had
did.
a great time.
We had a great time. Stand-up comedy. And then Donnell Land is happening this weekend. This is the second time he's done it. Mm-hmm. I was there. You were there too last year.
Yep.
When he kicked it off. So it's a really fun time. It's very family-oriented during the day.
Yeah, but at night,
baby, the kids are asleep. No. But I'm looking forward to that. Thank you to everybody who stopped by today. Melissa Butler, she's the founder, owner of the Lip Bar. And I really celebrate her success. She's an amazing person. Just hearing her story, how she came up with the concept for the Lip Bar and stepped out as an entrepreneur and became so successful. Mm-hmm. The largest black-owned beauty brand in Target. That is no small feat.
That's major.
She posted a video just crying when she saw it, and I'm like, man, that is an amazing, story for somebody who deserves it so much. So shout out to her. Mm-hmm. And now she has the skincare line as well.
Can't wait to try that.
Yeah, so make sure you check that out. Also, IDK.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. His story is incredible.
He's so smart.
Yeah.
And creative.
And not just smart, but been through a lot of things in his life and really open and honest. Think about it. He was in jail getting people their GEDs.
Cutting
and
hair.
teaching. And now he's teaching at Harvard.
Yeah.
So we love those stories.
Makes me feel like I need to do more.
His project F65 is out now. And you're doing a lot, Jasmine.
Okay, thanks, Angela.
Long distance. No, but Jasmine will not do a long distance relationship. But you guys, we will be back tomorrow. We'll be back on Wednesday. Y'all be safe, be out there. And as usual, you guys get to have the last word. 800-292-5150. Leave those messages.
I would like to shine a light. I shined a light on them a couple of days ago. It's my sister, Kimona Britt. She is still missing. I would just like for her to contact somebody or somebody that knows anything about her whereabouts to contact Kylan Locke, KYLNNLOCK on Facebook. Please, thank you. And Kimona, I love you.
My name is Nita Northington Corbin. I'm in Memphis, Tennessee, and I just received my free will lock. So I want to shout out the Memphis Police Department. As we know, the whole country and the world knows the negative that's going on, the crime, the cars being stolen. But I want to shout out our Police Chief C.J. Davis for getting out this morning and handing out over 1,000 free wheel locks. The steering wheel locks, y'all, the good kind. Keep our cars safe. Y'all can't get my whip because I got a free wheel lock. Shout out to Memphis Police Department. C.J. Davis, thanks. Holla.
Hey, yeah. I don't know. I'm really tired. I'm a little drunk. I've been up all night like your man showed you had on. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. I want to talk to my baby. I've been loving him for a long time because I need love.
Angela Yee is way up.
On the way up.